Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh, sorry. I can just use it, it's all right. So good morning, everyone. Oh, should I wait?
No, keep it.
Okay.
It's all right,
Good morning, everybody. I'm Kathryn Blake from Invigorate Naturopathy. I have brought palm cards because I'm very nervous, so I'm just going to plug myself. Sorry, apologies. Invigorate Naturopathy is a brand new business. Thank you. Should I just push that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the right one.
The right one. Okay, thanks. So I founded it, or changed the name just before I started BNI, so May 2014. I wanted to create a name that encompasses my passion, and Invigorate means to give energy to or give strength to. So I just wanted to show clients what they would achieve by coming to see me for treatment and also getting my guidance. I've been a health nut since the year 2000. I've loved food and exercise my whole life. When I was at high school, I was the only girl that would bring a big 1 or 2 litre water bottle to school rather than a packet of Starburst. And going to Willerton High School, we'd go to McDonald's after school, and I was the only one that sat there without a cheeseburger. So yeah, I was the health nut. As Karina said, my dream job was to be a TV presenter on the great outdoors. But after seeing Jennifer Hawkins win the job, after getting crowned Miss Universe, I thought, might need to rethink my career. And then I started learning my passion in natural health. So I went to Endeavour College, the open day, and I was home. I just wanted to be there and do what I wanted to do. So it took me 6 years to complete a Bachelor of Health Science in Naturopathy. I did graduate January 2013 as a qualified naturopath. I do believe there is a place in this world for all modalities to coexist, and I'm a strong believer that there is a place for Western medicine and natural medicine to work alongside each other. Alright, so what is a naturopath? I had to include this because through my studies I did get a lot of comments, oh, you're a hippie, you're a tree hunting hippie, you're a witch that mixes potions, so I thought I'd put this in there as a laugh. But basically, a naturopath is a holistic health practitioner. So we view each client as the individual. We view it as the whole person rather than the symptoms they're just coming in with. So we aim to treat the underlying condition, so the underlying cause of the conditional symptoms. So basically, there's something going down deeper in the body. So what the symptoms are presenting is just the surface. We need to actually nut out what's going on deeper and then figure that out. Otherwise, the symptoms and conditions are just going to keep on reoccurring. So the body does have an amazing ability to heal. So when given the right tools and put in the right environment, it will do what it's meant to do. So basically, Invigorate Naturopathy is based on the 6 naturopathic principles. So first, healing power of nature, as I just mentioned before. Number 2, identify and treat the cause, as I said, so we're treating that cause rather than the symptoms. Treating the whole person, so I treat all aspects of their life, not just the symptoms. Number 4, obviously first, do no harm, so we don't want to do any harm to the client. This can be mistaken for what's called a healing crisis. So what happens when someone comes in with a certain condition or symptoms, sometimes they get worse than they get better. But generally, after a couple of days, they start feeling better and the treatment's working. But the first 2 days, they might have a bit of a detox, headaches, that sort of thing, and feel a bit yucky. Number 5, doctor is teacher. So in the olden days, even your grandparents might view the doctor as God. What the doctor said, they did. If things didn't work, they blamed the doctor. Nowadays, we like to say that we're a teacher. So we educate, we guide the clients, and we put ownership of the treatment on the client. So they take more responsibility and they get better results. And number 6, obviously, prevention is better than cure. We want to prevent things from getting more serious from the start. So I wanted to include this quote as well. So the naturopathic approach to health and disease focuses on health where health has deteriorated, optimisation of health where good health prevailed, and the prevention and slowing down of health deterioration. So that's just a good little quote. But basically everybody is at different stages of health, and it's my job and my priority to optimise health for individuals. Alright, so we're in the wellness era at the moment. Everybody's jumping on the sugar-free bandwagon, the clean eating and posting selfies on social media as proof. I know, Laura, you probably have got a lot of people on your Facebook, so like day, let's have greens, yep. Okay, so but basically to achieve wellness, we need to achieve sound health in all aspects of one's life. So going back to treating the whole person. So that includes mind, body and spirit as well. So this slide just shows all the different aspects that contribute to one's health. And it's my priority in my business that I'm going to treat every single one there to help the client become healthy again. Okay, so this slide, I wanted to put a couple of photos up. So it's just showing the way we are today. People are busier, they're working longer hours, and unfortunately they're relying on convenience rather than health as their priority. So the level of toxins are going up. We're eating more processed foods off the shelf, because this kid looks like he's a zombie with all the lollies. We're putting more toxins are coming through our fruit and veg. Unfortunately, diet and exercise isn't just enough these days. The fruit and veg is full of herbicides, pesticides. We're putting makeup, chemicals in our house to clean, all that sort of stuff. So I did like this last picture though, organic food, or as your grandparents called it, food. So back in the old days. What can I treat? I treat everybody. I treat all ages, all conditions, everybody. So from pregnant mums to small bubs, teenagers, grandparents, everybody. I do specialise in conditions affecting the nervous system. So stress, fatigue, sleep disorders, anxiety, all those sorts of things. Everybody is individual and unique, so their diagnosis and their treatment should be as well. Okay, so how do I treat? I treat with herbal medicine, which is my favourite. Some of you may be lucky enough to taste my delicious herbals that I've made up before. Basically, I've got my herbal dispensary at the clinic, and I can put 2 or 3 herbs that are specific to your needs into a little bottle. So they're not pre-made, they're identical for you. I use nutritional medicine, so using your food as medicine. Nutritional supplements, like I said, the food is just not the quality that it used to be, so we do need supplements these days. Dietary and lifestyle advice, and flower essences. I'm not sure if anyone's heard of Rescue Remedy before, so I use those as well, and I make my own herbal creams at the clinic as well. Okay, so why choose me over another naturopath? Well, I'm a realistic naturopath, okay? So I don't expect clients to come in and change all their life in one session. I do understand life, has ups and downs, and we're all busy. And I don't expect you to walk out and only eat quinoa, kale, give up your coffee or alcohol, okay? So big believer in moderation and balance. I haven't been in the industry for 20 plus years like some of them, but I am recent, so I feel it gives me an upper hand because I've learnt with the most recent literature and research, and it also gives me that great motivation to just keep learning and improving myself as a practitioner. And I do put the client's priority first. So if someone comes into me and they just want to improve their energy levels, they may have a million other things going on behind them that I would look as important, but I put them in the background and I treat them because it is up to what the client wants, and I treat that. Okay. Alright, sorry. Okay. Sorry, I've gone too quickly, but yes. So, is there any questions? No.
Pretty well.
Me? Would you treat someone, say for instance, who was bipolar and already on really heavy medication?
Yeah, so I work with limitations and boundaries with my clients, so I'm not someone that goes get off those medications. Yeah. I take what we've got and let's work around that.
And so could you work with the symptoms of the side effects of drugs like that?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's lots you can do. Yeah. So with buzzwords, if anyone hears that sort of stuff, like I feel like crap or I'm just really stressed this week, just had one of those weeks, definitely send them in to see me. Yep.
Do you do that eye analysis where you take a photo of your eye and look at the veins?
I do iridology, but I've got a little microscope magnifying glass that I use. Yeah. I wasn't meant to say that.
And I know everyone's unique, but how long does it normally, on average, take, for example, someone comes in and is really, really tired, like to get them down? I know it's a bit of a difficult question.
It is individual, and obviously it depends on compliance, how much the client is willing to change. Usually with, like, say, a herbal, usually the first herbal they'll see a difference, otherwise maybe a couple. So I do short-term and long-term goals with them. So yeah, maybe a couple of visits. But usually what I do like is clients, hesitant to take this yucky tasting herbal. But when they run out, they actually notice. And they call me, I need that. Whatever you gave me, give it back to me. So yeah, it's good. Yep.
What's your stance on starving? As in, like, Hugh Jackman did the 8-hour eat whenever you can and 16-hour starving.
Oh, the fasting. I actually did learn that we should fast a day a week in college, but it is very, very hard to do and tell someone to do that. So basically, if you think about it, your digestion uses up so much energy, and all the blood flows going to your stomach, and most of us are eating every couple of hours. So yeah, in terms of cleansing and things like that, it is good to give your stomach a rest and let your other organs get the priority of the blood flow. But yeah, it's very difficult to do, so only really a few people would actually do it. You need to do herbs and things like that to help cleanse it and give it a purpose to do. Yeah. All right. Okay. Yes. Sorry.
One question which I suppose I'm sure you'll be getting is drug interaction.
Sorry,
Drug interaction.
Yeah. Yes. So in terms of medication,
It's
or
not for me, I know.
do you mean illicit drugs or?
No, I'm talking about say people on already on natural. On allopathic medicine, combining your.
Yeah. So I do both. So I'll get someone in and I see them the week later, so it gives me a chance to look at their medication, find out side effects, and make sure I'm not contraindicating with herbs. Yeah, it's very important to know the instructions. Yeah. Okay. Done? Yep.
You have a question, Steve?
I was going to give Kathryn a rap actually because we took our 13-year-old son to see Kathryn because we were a bit concerned about his wig fix. And he doesn't quite look like that kid with the lollies buzzing out of his head. But the thing we found about Kathryn is she's got a great rapport with teenagers. So, and which is sometimes kids going to doctors is a bit sort of awesome for them. So your actual manner with the kids was fantastic. And it's also turned into a bit of, because Kathryn gave us a dietary plan and that was the bits and pieces for him. And it's just turned into a lot of fun and actually going shopping and doing preparing all the food and stuff, which is the best that we do. So it's actually and he feels like he's excited about doing it because it's something new and it's actually fun to do as well. So you create this sort of totally non-medical sort of environment for them. It's really good. So great job for that. So.
I just before I forget, I put a pamphlet on everyone's table. So these are the old logo before I changed, but I have lots of them left, so I'll keep them to you. There is a voucher in there, so usually I charge $87 for a consult. This is for $60. So anyone that you know or yourself, you're more than welcome. So yep, so give that to them and get them to come in. All right. Ready?
Very good. Thank you.